My name is Kavishi Agrawal. I'm the product manager for PowerApps Mobile, and he's my colleague Bala, who is the product manager for Common Data Service. Thank you so much for attending this conference and coming to the session today. We are thrilled to talk to you about mobile offline. Many of you may already know this has been the top ask from all of you, and we couldn't be happier to share our feature with you today and get your feedback. We GA'd mobile offline last month, and today we'll talk details in this session. Also, we would like to keep it very interactive, very casual, so please feel free to interrupt at any point, provide feedback, suggestions, or any questions. In this session, we'll talk about what mobile offline actually means. In the past 2 minutes, I called out mobile offline like 5 times. So what does it actually mean? What are the capabilities that are available to you today in mobile offline? Then we'll walk you through the magic that happens behind the scenes to make mobile offline work. We'll also talk about some of the best practices for using mobile offline, which has been a repetitive question to us during our preview and even after. Post that, we are going to walk you through the end-to-end demo of our capabilities, and finally, we'll talk roadmap. Okay, so what is mobile offline? Just because you do not have internet connectivity doesn't mean you do not need to have productivity. Mobile offline does exactly that for you. With mobile offline, you can continue to work on your app, continue to interact with your data, even when you have no internet connectivity. Basically, it connects your users with the data, even in disconnected mode. And this is particularly important for users who are traveling all the time. For example, field sellers or field service executives who are always working either in elevators or in the field or are commuting through subway. Mobile offline provides an edge to your business because it ensures that your users always have access to the latest information, even in the disconnected mode. Now let's look at some feature highlights. What can you do in mobile offline? It is available for both iOS and Android users on Dynamics 365 for phones and tablet app. With mobile offline, you can use all out-of-the-box entities such as account, contact, lead, appointment, etc., and all your custom entities as well. You can take all your custom entities in offline mode. Mobile offline also allows your users at any point to go check what data is available to you in offline mode. For example, if you look at the right, you see a screenshot of my offline status page on the device. At any point, I can go check, hey, I do have account and contact that I need to use in mobile offline later on my device. Mobile offline lets you interact with your data using create, read, update, and delete commands seamlessly. On the right, you see a screenshot of me creating a new lead while in offline mode. With mobile offline, you can get access to your system views. Let's say I'm a salesperson who organizes his or her day using the activity views. So I can simply open my app. Doesn't matter I have internet connectivity or not. I can go to my activities, look at my activities such as appointments and tasks and phone calls, etc., and stay productive, even in offline mode. I can use lookups in offline mode. I can do global search. So on the right, you see categorized search. So a user is actually looking for an account while in offline mode throughout the system data. In offline mode, your data gets automatically refreshed in the background at a regular interval to make sure whenever you go offline, you're working on the latest copy of the data. And that happens seamlessly in the background without admin or user intervention. You can use your business logics in mobile offline. Let's say you have some scripts running on the form, you're calculating some values based on some behavior. All that is supported in mobile offline. Mobile offline also supports automatic conflict resolution. In mobile offline, you can set up how do you want to resolve conflict. For example, I'm in offline mode, and I changed a record, which is also changed by a user in online mode simultaneously. So when I come back online and I try to sync my changes, there will be a mismatch of data. But that is handled automatically. Admins can set how they want to handle this conflict. You can either choose client wins or server wins, on the basis of which system automatically detects that conflict and make sure there is consistency of data across the system, even in case of conflicts. Last but not the least, you have a seamless experience when moving from offline mode to online mode. Whatever changes you did in offline mode, let's say you created an entity or you deleted a record or you updated some field, all the changes are automatically played back to the server, and you get the latest data again seamlessly in offline mode. Okay, moving forward, I'll quickly talk to you about how does it all work, how does it fit, where does admin play the role, how does users get offline, and so on. So for mobile offline to work, PowerApps administrator has to set up this functionality for their end users. So they simply create a mobile offline profile, which Bala will talk about in detail in the next slide. So you set up a mobile offline profile, you choose the data that you want your users to have access to, and you assign which users should get access to data in offline mode. Once you do that setup, your users automatically get mobile offline on their device without having to do any extra steps. And once you get all the offline data on your device, you can start using it in disconnected mode automatically. And once you have mobile offline, you don't have to worry about your data because it will automatically get updated at a regular interval with the server to make sure you have the latest data, and all your actions are automatically played. Now I will hand it over to Bala to talk more in detail about how does it all work and fit together with offline.
Thanks, Kelsey. Right, so we have some key design principles that we took in account before designing the offline solution. One important part is the single ownership of the data. So when you wanted to do kind of an offline sync model, what we usually tend to do is we just try to take a copy and we'll try to serve from the copy to all the clients so that the main system will be available for online use cases mostly. So that you will gain the performance in the one system, but you lose the consistency in the other system. What's going to happen, you spend all your energy to keep this copy up to sync the copy, make sure that it is inconsistent with the original copy, and all your focus will be on that, rather than trying to get your client the data it needed in a more consistent manner. So what we wanted to do here is do not duplicate the data or any metadata. Keep a single source of truth, which is going to be CDS for you always. Second thing is we still need that load, right? We still need to minimize the load on the CDS when you keep syncing devices, right? Like you have multiple devices and you would like to sync data to the devices. That is still important. And at the same time, you shouldn't let the other requests to go down because the focus is on the syncing the device. So we have to balance both to make sure that we have a good offline model for our customers. So that is one of our key principles that we are following. Second thing is consistent and more reliable sync experience. So when you try to sync from CDS, you should be able to sync consistently. Whether I'm doing a demo with 10 records, or your partner is showcasing a solution with 100 records or 2,000 records, or you are demonstrating for your business with millions of records. Doesn't matter, right? So volume of data shouldn't affect your offline capability or sync experience. It should be consistent. It is not like, I sync now, so the nice cool demo, wow, it's all working great. And when you go try to download a lot of data, Microsoft offline is not working. No, shouldn't be the experience that I would like to see here, right? Whether I demo or you go production, the experience that you are seeing should be consistent. That is one of the key principles that we are having. To do that, one of the key points that we are doing here is we wanted to make sure we use async operations at the same time in more controlled and careful usage, right? Too much async always spoils the game. We wanted to do async operation a lot to make sure that your performance is good and you are able to give a lot of data without affecting speed of the system and everything. At the same time, if you don't control the usage, it will not give you a consistent sync experience as well. So we are very careful with that as well. Other important thing is your data sync is based on the user action. If you wanted to watch a movie in Netflix, what you are going to do is you are going to stream the movie. When you ask for the movie, we stream the movie. We are not going to take the movie in advance and have it in your device. Whenever you ask for me, we are not just playing back, right? That's not going to really work because there is so much volume of data that then we need to download and have it readily available to serve to you, which is not going to really help in the offline model if you do that. So we don't want to do that. When you need the data, your data is going to be there for you, right? And don't push large volume of data to the client, right? client is asking for data. We understood, yes, yeah, client needs the data to work with. As soon as they ask for data, don't give everything. Okay, here it is. These are the data that you can do. Take it offline. What's going to happen? Either the connectivity is going to be bad, your internet will be slow, you will have latency, and you will not get the data that you need, because either it is all or none, right? Like you get everything or you get none, and you will never able to go offline. You are like waiting for the data to download for the days, and you will be frustrated. So that's not the goal here. And last but not the least, high availability. The high availability is very, very important. Now we solve all this problem. Okay, I'm going to be more consistent and more reliable, but if my data is not available offline, what is the point, right? So we have to have a way to retry if something goes wrong, because we expect some requests are not going to be available for you. It's going to take time because we are doing async operation behind the scenes. So that's going to take a little more time for us to give you the data that you need. But if you don't do the retry logic in the right way, you're not going to have a high availability in the system. And the client needs to get incremental data to work with. If you're trying to download 1,000 records, if you have downloaded 100 records, it's still good, right? You have downloaded 100 records, and you have to go offline with 100 records. You should be able to go offline with those 100 records. You shouldn't be wait for all the 1,000 records to be available offline. When you come back online, remaining 900 records is going to be available for you in the offline. So that is also an important piece that we are considering. So when you are looking for a high volume of data that you wanted to take offline, the first time experience itself is going to be a lot more different. So maybe, eventually you will get all the data in the offline, but you are in a quick move and you have to take few records and you have to be in field in an hour or so. This model will definitely help us. You will be able to go offline with the minimum data that you have. So with that, I will just explain the architecture we have here. So common data service, we have heard in several presentations. That's the fundamental platform that we use to serve all your data, all your CDS data, your entities, all the business rules, your schemas and the data, everything is there in the CDS. So the client device, which is the one that needs the data for you, it's not really the device. The app that you have in the device is the one that's looking for the data, right? So what we have to do here, as Kausi explained, right, there is an administration piece comes in picture. Who needs to decide what kind of a data that you are going to download while you are going offline? So there is set of things that the administrator will do. I will probably demo it after this is done. So they create an offline collection for you, and they will provide a set of information about your profile, like what is going to be there in offline for you, right? So what are the entities that you are taking, who and all have access to that. It is kind of a subscription. Like if you want to watch Netflix, you have to have access to the Netflix service, right? So your admin needs to decide whether you are allowed to take that particular data offline. So that is a subscription. Basically, if you are subscribed for offline, you get offline. If you are not subscribed for offline, you will not able to get offline, even though there is an offline profile available. So that's the second thing that admin needs to do. So once that is done, this profile will get published, and that information will be available with as an offline collection, saying that, hey, I have a profile like this, and these are the users that are subscribed. At this point, nothing happened. Okay, yeah, I'm aware of the profile. I'm aware of the users who have access to the content. No content is ready to serve offline at this point because there is no user action at this point. You remember that if there is no user action, don't do anything. You keep idle so that you don't put any pressure on the platform. Now, client wants to get the data. Okay, now you want the data. You have to get all the schemas and everything associated with the data and give it to the client and start processing the synchronization of the data to the device, right? So that's what's going to happen now. So what's going to happen is first you get information about the data and the definition from the source. The CDS is the source still, even though I request information on behalf of the client from the API layer, still the CDS is my source. I get information from the CDS, hand it over to the device, and ask them to create an offline database. Okay, the offline database is now available. Now we will keep synchronizing the data. So client asks for, okay, now I have the database, give me the data. So during this time, as client already requested for data, now I know that, okay, this client is looking for data. The user action is initiated already. So I start creating the offline collection based on the information I know about this subscription, because I know that this user has already a subscription. I know what kind of information the user is looking for. So the device will get all the content it needs, right, based on the user action, as I said. So now you get all that information. I keep the reference in my offline collection. It's just a reference, no data. All the references that I need to serve to this client will be available in my offline collection. So as you request information, I will start giving the data from my collection in pages. So if I have like 500 records that I need to give you, I'll start with 100 records. Okay, go get these 100 records, get synced to the client. So the client will go with 100 records, and it says that I'm done with 100 records, give me the other 100 records. So it will complete the whole cycle until the server says you are done, you have all the data. So that the client is not aware of the state. Client will ask for data all the time. Okay, give me the data, give me the data. So in case if I don't have a data, and I still ask client to come back and check after some time. During that time, my offline collection will go back and refresh from CDS. Do I have additional data that I need to give to the client? Please refresh, right? So when client comes to the next time, I will have more data to serve. So this model gives us the scale and availability. At the same time, the client has a consistent sync model. It's not going to worry about data inconsistency with our source system. Now, you're ready to go offline, and all you're going to do is operate with the data that you have in the device. So now you're able to perform all the actions that we have in the device, whatever the features available in the offline model. So key things that we talked about, one of the things that is important is the profile. So the profile, this admin needs to set a profile. The profile consists of entities and the users. So you need to define number of entities that you want to have in the profile, and who are all the users who is going to have access to the those entities, right? That they are part of the profile. And each entity will have an organization filter. It is like a global filter that you can think of, where your administrators say, you are not downloading more than 1 year of data at any cost in offline. That could be a filter that they can enforce on you, right? Second thing that they will do is, each and every individual every entities will have an additional filter option where they will be able to go specify, though you have 1 year of data, get the data only available to you or your team, not everything, right? So that is the other filter that they will be able to face. I will show you all these in details as well. And other thing that you can link in the model is add an association with an entity. For instance, if you have an account and you would like to get the contacts associated with it, get me all the accounts and the contacts linked with that account. Then you will be able to configure a profile like that as well. So that will give you a way to control what is the data that you are downloading to the client, because you have to have some control how much data that you are bringing to the device. So these are like options that you will get in the entity filters, where there is download related data I talked about, and there is an account and contact. Other data filters, you will have option to do either your record or your team's record or your business unit records. Or there is an option for all records, not for all the cases. You shouldn't be taking all the records all the time, but there is still an option for all the records. Or you can provide a custom filter based on your entities. You may have a custom entity that will have like certain attributes, maybe a state or process stage based on your business, and you would like to filter the records based on that as well. So that is also supported while defining the filter. So few things that I wanted you to remember while doing the profile. Avoid choosing the all records, because all records is not always the right thing to do. If you're downloading all the records, you are slowing down the system and slowing down the client if you have large volume of data. You have to specify some filter. So otherwise, system is not going to really work. You have to have some filter that needs to be specified. There are ways that you can, create a complex profile for no reason by providing a lot of relationship. as I explained, like you can say account is linked with contact, lead is associated with an account, and then opportunity linked with a lead. Like you can keep building those kind of relationship, and you will end up having so many relationships that I cannot even construct a query. This is the same limitation that you will have an API. Like if you build a custom solution using an API and you build a complex query, the query is not going to execute, right? The same thing for us as well. So you will not able to really take your data offline if you are going to do that. So we should avoid that as well. Let's do a quick demo on how to see these things in action. All right, so we have offline profiles. So this is the mobile offline setting that Kausi is talking about for setting your whether client wins or the server wins. That configuration will be there. You need to specify that value from here. Our Wi-Fi is very slow. That's why we need offline in the room.
So you said this was GA a month ago?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so you will be able to see the conflict detection for a mobile offline, set conflict detection, yes or no. So based on that, it will decide. So let's go to the offline profiles. So I had created a simple profile. So you can just click add, and this will show you amount of entities that are available offline. So there are entities that are available offline by default, the out-of-box entities. If you have custom entities, you as a owner of the entity needs to enable that entity for offline. If you do that, it will show up in the list for us, so that we will be able to go and select what entities that you want. Let us, for instance, if I select lead, you'll be able to go look, okay, these are my entities available offline. You can go specify that. So you can see these data download filters available. There are 4 different options that you will be able to see. Download related data only, all records, other data filters. So download related data only I explained already. If you select download related data, you need to specify what is the relation with this particular entity is. So if I specify other data filter, then I say that download my records. For instance, all my leads will be available offline. Or you can specify my team records or my business units. So you can click save. That's it. So you can go to accounts. I have added contact already, where I can go specify an association saying that I'm going to get all my contacts linked with associated with my account. So that is an association that you can set, and you can change the data download filter to download related data only. So that will make sure that you are downloading. So let us say contacts. That's it. You are ready to go offline with the profile. So if you notice, there is an entity arc filter. That is the other filter I talked about. This is an organization level filter that is applicable for all the entities. This is the one that you will set up in every entity. When you enable an entity for offline, you will specify the arc filter that you are enforcing for that entity. That will be a year-old data or last X days of data or only active accounts, whatever it is, right? So that will also it will just give you a view of it. It's not allow you to edit at this screen, but it will tell you, okay, so the entity owner specified for this particular entity, you are allowed to download only this much data in offline.
Sorry, I don't know if you're taking questions throughout, but
Yeah, we can take the questions.
and if you're going to answer this later on, it's okay.
Yeah, I was wondering if you could talk about like as you're, with the offline, is there something in the background from an architectural perspective that was re-engineered to help with the syncing process? And if you're going to talk about it later on, it's fine. But I just that was one of the big questions that I had.
Yeah, we'll definitely take this question once we are done with the demo. I can definitely answer that. Okay. So we will go over the scenario so that we will complete that, and I will definitely give you more detail on how the new design that we did is helping offline.
I think it's not on.
Yeah.
We can hear you. It's
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this model that you're setting up works only for, let's say, looks like you have a CRM, dynamics.com. Is that works if I build only a CDS model?
yes.
It is available both in Dynamics and CDS at this point, but it will work in
And the second part of the question is, okay, I do this model, apply to my CDS. The app that I'm going to use, the one that you showed at the beginning, is a model-driven app. Now it's the same backend. Could I can use a Canvas app?
No. So this functionality is available only for model-driven apps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and we will be enabling for CDS org sooner. It is in the books. We will be doing it sooner. But Canvas apps, it's coming. In the roadmap, it is coming.
So as of now, for Canvas apps, you can use offline using the explicit caching mechanism, using
So I
saved
collect
data.
before, basically?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
not used.
it
But
is
this
coming.
is on the
Yeah, it's
roadmap.
not like that.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, for Canvas apps, the caching doesn't really work if you're talking major data sources, let's
Sure,
be
yeah.
somewhat real. So if you are creating your own CDS enhance with CDM models, then this is fully available to everything you build.
Yep. Yep.
On the
So-
model-driven apps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
For model-driven
Yeah.
apps,
Perfect.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you eventually you will able to enable CDS apps in the offline as well. So,
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Would it be available to a user with a team member license, or would you have to have a full license of plan one,
So this is for P2 license and above?
P2, you said?
Yes.
so when you have CDS licenses, maybe you need to. I'm not fully understand all the licensing model. If you have P1 and P2, yes, you should be able to enable offline for those users. I'm not sure how team licenses will come in picture there, but as long as you have the functionality mapped to those two licenses, you should be able to do it. Awesome. So as an admin, I already set up a sales profile for my sales users here, and so there is a sales offline profile available that you can take offline. I have. I'm going to let Kausi to walk you through the sales scenarios, how you can take that information offline and use it.
Okay. So I'm Kavishi, a field sales representative at Microsoft Corporation, and my work usually requires me to travel, and I lose internet connectivity very often, or I work in poor connectivity areas. And my admin, Bala, recently informed me that from now on I can use my app and my data even without internet connectivity, which is super important to me, and especially with the fiscal year closing and me lagging behind my quota. I'm really looking forward to stay productive on the go. So let's see, I already have my Microsoft Sales app open, and as instructed by my admin, I will quickly go and check what all data is available to me in offline mode. And this is wonderful. I do see my account, contact, opportunity, lead, and appointment in offline mode, which is what I use on day-to-day basis. Now I'm going to go check my activity view, which is what I use to organize my day. But oops, I lost internet connectivity, and to simulate this scenario, I'm going to just turn on airplane mode. So I am now going offline. So as you see, I lost internet connectivity, but I'm going to dismiss this toast for now. So I go to the sitemap, and as you see, you can easily see which all entities are available to you in offline mode. I work with activity views, so I'll go to my activities. So I see 3 activities available to me, but I will sort them by priority. And now I'm going to pick this appointment and see what I'm supposed to do with this appointment. So since the priority is high, I'm going to prioritize this appointment first. I'm supposed to meet with Robert Lynn to discuss the proposal that I sent over a week ago. And I'm supposed to meet and discuss the next steps. So I look at this proposal, I go meet Robert, and I see that the appointment went very well, and I'm going to close this appointment. I'm going to mark this appointment as complete. Now I'm going to go to that opportunity associated with the appointment, the one that I just met, and because the opportunity is now looking promising and the meeting went well, I'm going to close this opportunity as one. And the actual revenue, I was promised 60,000, but it turned out to be 50,000, which is okay, but at least I'm able to close it. Okay, so I successfully closed my opportunity. Now I'm going to go back to my activity and go on to the next task. So I see I'm supposed to contact the lead, Deborah. I again see that this is high priority and it's almost time for me to complete this task. It's almost 4 p.m. So I'm going to look at the activity and I'm supposed to review, make a call to the lead and make sure whether its lead is a legit lead and whether should I qualify the lead or not. I talk to the lead and the lead seems interested. So I'm going to mark this task as complete and I'm going to go to that lead. And I'm going to qualify the lead. So this is the lead, Deborah, that I just spoke with, and that lead seems interested to move to the next stage. So if you look at the details, I already met with the lead, so now I'm going to qualify this lead. And now it automatically converted my lead after qualification to opportunity. So based on the discussion today, I assume that it will take me about a month more to close this lead and give my proposal and review the proposal. Estimated revenue per the discussion is $100,000. I made this. Okay, so now I created this opportunity and now also I'm going to create a follow-up appointment with this lead because I want to make sure that I set up time on my calendar to review the proposal. So the required attendee would be Deborah. Okay, yes, I found her, so I'm going to add her to this proposal. Subject is review proposal. And I'm going to close this appointment, and I'm still in offline mode, and I'm able to do all my important tasks, close opportunity, qualify lead, create new appointment, look at my activity view in offline mode. So I have successfully created appointment now. So let me go online and see if everything is successfully available to me, even when I go back to online mode. Okay, I'm in online mode. I get the option to reconnect, and I'm successfully reconnected. The network is a bit slow, so it's taking time to process. Okay, let me go to my activity, and if you see, I see this new appointment task in my activity that I just created with Deborah to review the proposal. Now if I go to my opportunities and see if I was able to close the opportunity. So I just closed this opportunity as one. They sell many of the same items, and it successfully shows as closed in my opportunities view. So all the actions that I did, mark my lead, qualify, or close my appointment, or close my task, close my opportunity as one, they're successfully synced with the server as soon as I'm online without me having to intervene automatically. Okay, questions?
Thank you.
Okay, we'll walk you through the roadmap very quickly. We have
Okay, yes, a question, just a second.
Yes, please.
You have mic.
The clicker.
Hi. If we have custom business logic implemented in plugins, do they apply in the offline
Plugins?
mode?
No, plugins don't.
Okay, thank you.
As of now, they don't.
I see that you had the availability for attachments. How large of an attachment can you have in there?
There is no restriction.
There isn't.
No,
Okay.
there's no restriction.
So in general, there is going to be a limitation for how much that you
Your
can use
device
online.
Yeah.
So if you have successfully able to upload to online,
Yes.
then I will able to successfully able to download to offline as well.
So a managed device that has really a complete empty device, you
Yes.
can load it up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Restriction is basically your device memory. And again, if you download too much data in offline mode, that will affect performance as well. So make sure you download the data that's absolutely essential for the users to use in offline mode.
So, quick question. When you configure, you make it at entities and profiles and filters and everything. Great. I have 2 or 3 different model-driven apps that drive different things. So, for the sales team, some of them, like let's say sales operations, just focus on certain things offline also. So, what do I configure to which model-driven app to apply?
So you can create multiple profiles also. That is also supported.
But is that, I haven't seen, I don't know if this, do we have to configure that this offline profile will apply to this model-driven app?
Yes.
Okay, that's
So-
what I missed on your.
Yeah,
You can go
I
to
will
the-
show you that as well.
Yeah.
So
After
we
this,
Okay,
we
yeah,
can.
that's fine, that's fine.
Yeah, we
so-
can, yeah. So with that and the other question, I will
Yeah.
give you that
So
quick
you can
demo.
go to the app designer, and in the app designer, you have an option for enable offline, and then you have an option to pick from the profiles that you already have. You can also pick multiple profiles. So you can do that. Yeah. You have, yes, please.
So there's a question here.
Thanks. By the way, this is a major event, I think, seeing this finally here, so thanks for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And actually, I had a similar question. So, the scope of each application, if I have 3 applications running on my device, are they all running on the same persisted data? Like if I have my customers offline and I have 3 apps where I happen to need my customers for service and sales and so on, I mean, are they sharing that data or not?
Across the org, yes. So if all
Across the
those
org.
3 apps belong to the same organization,
Oh,
then
right.
yes, they have a common database.
Exactly, that's my
and
assumption,
entities.
that they're all being
Exactly.
driven off the
Yes.
same, yeah,
Yes.
okay, cool.
Yep.
And then second, so about the limitation or let's say limiting the data that you need to synchronize, you didn't show how we would, for example, limit how many fields of a large table we have. So typically, a typical example would be I need products, there's like 50 fields on it, but I only need the 2 or 3 for my lookups to work. Is that something that you already support, or would we have to split that in our CDS design or something? Any comments on that?
So there are some limitations that we have published already. For instance, like the overall data volume that you're trying to download needs to be less than 10K, and make sure that you are not having more than 1,000 users at this point. Because we are just learning. It's a
single
new
profile.
service. We will be improving that number for sure, but that is a limitation for a single profile. So if you, this is one of the valid scenario I hear from several customers. Rest of the data is fine, but my product line, I need all my products, right? Few customers will have 1,000 products, few customers will have 1,000,000 products, right? We should be able to support that model, because salesperson needs to sell the product, and if I restrict the product line up, that is going to be a difficult thing to do. So that is something that we are definitely looking into it, and making sure that when you specify all records, we are having some rules that we are enforcing today. When you exceed that, there are like soft limits only. It is not really hard, basically to save you from downloading too much data to the client device. But when you are having those kind of valid use cases, definitely we don't block you from doing it.
So did you say the footprint of the profile was limited to 10K? The
Footprint of a single profile will be limited to 10K records, yes,
oh, okay.
For a user.
for a device.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about a roadmap. We have a lot of exciting features coming up for offline this calendar year. Are you ready? Starting with background sync of offline metadata. So today, if you make change to the offline metadata, let's say you go and you change the entity definition, you add a field to the forms. If you modify the metadata, which doesn't happen too often, users are prompted to update that database which takes a few seconds or it could take a few minutes, but we want to even reduce that time for the users. We want to make it even easier and more seamless for the users. So we are moving even metadata sync that even happens occasionally to the background. So along with data, your metadata will be syncing automatically in the background, refresh in the background so that users don't have to worry about when the admin is changing metadata or data for offline mode. It's going to be simple and easy experience for the users. Second, automatic reconnection to online mode. So you just saw when I demoed, so as soon as I came back offline, I got that prompt to reconnect. When I hit reconnect, it reconnected me to online mode. So going forward again, we want to make the experience more seamless for users. So as soon as you're online, you will automatically be connected to the online mode. Your changes will be automatically saved so that users don't feel the pain between online and offline. It's a seamless transition for them. Third, explicit option to work in offline mode. What this means is going forward, users will be able to explicitly choose that I want to work in offline mode, and they can do it for multiple reasons. First, if you're in a poor network connectivity where you're losing and gaining connection again and again, it could be a very spotty experience. Second, in poor connectivity areas, when you're not truly offline, your server calls will take a very long time, so users will see delayed load of the forms and data. Third, when you're working in offline mode, your performance is faster. You're actually accessing the cache from the data. And most of these users, they have a few entities and records they work with throughout the day. So they can explicitly hit a button to work in offline mode. And at any point when they feel, oh, I have Wi-Fi now, I have a strong connectivity, they can just turn it on. Fourth, notes available in offline mode. So today we don't have timeline control available in offline mode, but we do recognize that it is an important functionality for sales users. So we want to make all the notes and attachments that come with the notes and photos and videos that come with the notes, everything available in offline mode for you to access and create. Business process flows. Again, business process flows are not available in offline mode today, but this is again something we are working on right now and making sure that all the sophisticated capabilities are also available to you in offline mode. Quick views. We are also trying to make quick views available in offline mode so that you can easily refer multi-entity data in a single form while offline. And finally, activity views. So the demo that I did, I showed you the activity pointer views where I looked at all my activities, tasks, and phone calls and appointments in a single view. But going forward, we will also make individual activity views. So if I just use appointments and I just want to go to the appointment view directly, I can do that. Or if I just want to look at all my tasks view, my tailored view, I can do that. So these are the features that we currently have planned. And again, as always, we would love to hear more from you. What would you like to see in the product? What are some suggestions and feedbacks on the current capabilities so that we can improvise our roadmap and we can deliver those to you? Thank you. Questions? Yes, please.
Yes, so you mentioned that it can be configured to be either server wins or client wins.
Yes.
So if it's set to server wins, you go online, there's a conflict. What experience do you get?
So you get a mess. So basically, the server value overrides the client value, and then you get a message saying that, hey, this record could not be synced. You can click on it, and you can see what exactly didn't sync and why. And at that point, you can only contact your admin to understand because client cannot override the value on the server.
So, like, you would have the option then, once you're online, go back out, go back in, make your change, and
Yes.
and everything.
Yes, you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, this is something that we will be working on future to make sure it's more sophisticated where maybe client gets to pick, whether you want your value to win or the server. But as of today, it's server versus client because conflict resolutions are not that common. But again, we would love feedback from all of you. We GA'd last month about how your users are using it, what are your experiences, and what would you like to see.
So you said this is coming for Canvas apps as well in the future. So if you have a model-driven app with a couple of forms, Canvas forms that touch that data, are you saying those?
No.
Okay.
Right now, it's strictly for model-driven apps.
So when is that coming up?
We don't have an ETA yet, but we will be communicating with you all whenever we do have. But in general, mobile offline is a priority for us, and we are committed to make it better. And North Star would be, again, no commitment on dates, but the North Star definitely is having an offline by default in future. So we will be incrementally making sure that we work on model apps, make offline better. And as you know, there is a huge convergence momentum going on towards creating a single app, canvas and model would converge in future. So when that convergence wave goes in and we build more momentum, we will be making sure that the functionalities work seamlessly across the two apps.
Thank you.
Yes.
From a design consideration perspective, what are the best fits for where mobile offline is right now, and what are the biggest red flags? So what's your ideal project? Oh, this type of use case, implement it for that. And what's the most common, steer away from it for now?
So the first thing that you have to come up with a great profile, right? So what I don't want you guys to think of is offline works good. There is no doubt in it, right? At the same time, we need to start with incremental scenarios, right? Like you start with taking your sales scenarios, for instance, like if that is your important business scenarios, try out with sales scenarios, implement them offline for your few business units, and incrementally introduce additional things and segregate your profiles accordingly. So don't try to create one profile for everybody where you say like sales, service, marketing, or your custom applications, everything needs to be under one profile, link everything under one app module, and try to take everything offline. So the experience is going to go bad, and what you have to do is you have to bring all the changes, right? So once you download everything for the first time, your data will be there. But think of incremental changes that online system is going to make across all these entities, right? You probably end up having too many entities when you combine multiple modules together, right? And technically it's all getting processed, and I will have so many updates I need to make. At the end, if I don't have those updates available for you, your offline is not going to work. So we have to make sure when we build a profile, identify scenarios that you can group together and create profiles accordingly. So when you do that, and create app modules accordingly, link those app modules together. Okay, I'm going to have this app module dedicated for sales related actions. This is for service related actions. This is for my custom applications. In certain scenarios, there are going to be custom entities that you link here and there. That's also good. But try to make sure that we tailor your needs cleanly and create profiles accordingly. That will help you go a long way.
Couple questions. First of all, is there any telemetry or type of information available to let us know when the last time it was synced? Who did a sync? When, any and all?
So the telemetry today exists only on the client device. So as a user, I can go to the offline status page and see when was the last sync, and I can see what all entities are available. And if something is not available, then I know that there is an error, and I have to see if I have to get it resynced. On the admin side, which is what I think you're asking, for admin to see how my user's doing, how's the data syncing, that does not exist today. But if that's something everybody thinks is a good thing to have and important for admins to monitor, definitely we'll
I'll
think
put in
about
ideas. The second part of
Please
that,
do.
is there any way of adding in, probably go to ideas as well, but a validity or a valid stamp into there saying this data is only good for 24 hours? So that if the client downloads it and then 2 weeks later goes onto his device and decides to use it, it's going to come up with a warning and say, no, it's too old, resync or something like that.
What is the scenario you're thinking here? Is it the security concern? Or?
Well, between security, but more if you have, say, just in your scenario, the salesperson, if you have 4 or 5 of those people, I'm in the utility space, so you have 4 or 5 people that are going out and handling multiple calls or doing things. And one of them got sick, and then 3 days later, they just pick up their phone and decide to start doing it. Well, that data is no longer valid. And a lot of the communities we deal with are, 56K modems type of ideas. So I want to be able to program or have something in it that says this data that you've downloaded or has put onto here has an expiry date before you have to reconnect before it's valid again.
I see.
Yeah, you can create, so in this case, the closest we have is you can create either custom filters, or you can mention that, created in the last 2 days, or created in the last 3 days, or modified in the last 2 days, or 1 day, or 3 days. Or it could be on the basis of status, right? If a particular task or any record has a particular status. So for example, you can define a custom filter. If my appointment has a status open, only then download it. Or if a phone call has a status closed, do not download it.
Okay.
So
I was just trying to think of something because I use collector inside Esri if anybody's in the GIS space. So inside there, you can actually, in the back end, put in an expiry date for this data, that this is only allowed to be on this client until such a time. And it needs to be resynced. But
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
No, thanks for this feedback. We
Yeah,
don't
we'll
have that
definitely
today,
put
but
it in the backlog.
yeah.
Yeah.
How the local data is stored on the client, is it encrypted or protected?
Yes, so basically we rely on the OS sandboxing of the containers, which are usually pretty strong. So iOS and Android have their own sandboxes, which are pretty good. Apart from that, most of our customers, and that's what we recommend, use MAM solutions or MDM solutions. So they mostly use Intune to further add security rules to that data.
Yeah, so managed devices are better so that you will have more control. We don't specifically enforce any additional encryption on top of the DB that we create. So when somebody wants that solution, we recommend them to use Intune-based
Yeah,
device
but our
management.
OS, right, iOS and Android, they have a pretty sandbox containers, so that works really well for security.
I apologize if you mentioned this already before I had to step out for a second.
No, we're
but-
waiting for you, no worries.
Okay. But in the documentation on docs.microsoft.com, I don't know if you or your team is behind that, but if you could maybe list some of the things that are maybe not supported in offline, like you already mentioned a few of them, like plugins and workflow, that would help a lot. That question comes up a lot.
Okay.
And
Great.
is this session also being recorded? Because,
Yes.
okay, this is a very popular, like I know a lot of my colleagues back home would love this. So if anybody else asks any questions, if you could either use the microphone or ask them to repeat it, it'd be great. There's a lot of interest around this, like this
Thank you.
topic. I can't tell you how
Sure.
much.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I'll answer a couple of things that you have asked for. Yeah, I think one thing that you asked for is how to add multiple profiles linked with an app module. So here is a way. So once you enable app module, you should be able to select any profile that you want to go offline. So I can go select sales profile offline. Then it means that I'm bringing everything under this one thing. So this is what I recommend not to do it. Make sure you tailor your needs and create app modules specific for your scenarios and link your profiles. Okay, so that's one thing. The second thing is, so you asked what is happening behind the scene when you do this, right? So the first thing that's going to happen as soon as you hit publish, right? So when you hit publish, the publish is the first set of action that interacts with our offline service. So we have a service running behind the scene that is listening for active profiles that are going to go offline for an organization, right? So this organization with this particular profile is now enabled for offline with these entities for this user, right? So we have added only Kavisi here. You can keep adding multiple users. I will create all the subscriptions that I need for that user. So that is the first thing that happens. That's all happens when you click publish. I will not do anything else. So the user logs in and he or she hits my service and asks for the offline data because you went ahead and linked your profile with the app and enabled that for offline. So when that person hits that thing in the offline, it will prompt saying that, okay, this module is available for offline. I need to get the schema that I need to download. So when you ask for that, my service is aware of this based on your user ID linked with this profile, and I will give you a good schema that you can create in the offline. That is the step one. The step two is, now your database is created, you will ask for data. So as soon as you ask for data, at this point, I never gave you data before. You are first time coming in. And the service is not aware of any references in the previous instance, right? So it needs to going to collect a fresh set of data for you from CDS and give it to you. So it will send a 202 to the client saying that, come back, I will have your data ready. So during that time, I will go grab all the references for all these entities that you have in the profile, and I will have like multiple threads running behind the scene to collect all the data that you need. It's just the references, no data. I'm pretty much creating filters that I can quickly query and give you data for. So I create all those filters readily available. The client comes next time, I will say that, okay, now I have all the data available for you. I have so much data to download. This is the page 1. Go sync the data and come back. Client goes syncs and comes back, comes back, comes back, until you finish all the records that you have that you need to sync in the device, in your database. The client will keep polling for the data. And the data will be downloaded and stored in the device, and it will be available offline. That is the time you will be able to see the offline status. So if you go and try this out in your org, you will be able to see that initialization step. That takes a little longer. That is when the whole action is happening for the first time. So now you have a DB available and your data is available. When you come back next time, I already have a reference set that I can tell you whether you have those records synced or not, because I'm maintaining the status, not the client. If you wipe your status and come back, you will not have the code that I'm looking for. So there is always going to be like a status code that will be passing back and forth. So if you wipe everything, client may not aware of what is the last known status. So when you come back with the last known status, I'm not going to give you everything that you synced already. I have a way to find the delta that I need to serve to you, and I'll only give you that remaining delta back to you. So that way, you are only getting the data that you need for offline. And the calculation is also dynamic at runtime. When you come and ask for data, I make that calculation, find the deltas, and hand over the records that you need for offline. Yeah. Is anybody uses virtual entity offline? Not sure. Maybe you can try out.
Technically, you could. There's no limit.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So let's definitely try it. Yeah. So possible. So I'm not having any condition that prevents you using the virtual entity, but personally I haven't tried it myself. So yeah.
So I see that you have a full name of the individual for the user.
Uh-huh.
Is there a chance to put a group?
Yes, this is a great question. So the question is, you have to add users one by one, right? It works for 10 users, as I said. This is the topmost ask from our customers. Provide a way to synchronize group-based offline profiles. So if you notice, we recently released a feature that we can support security groups. So I'm taking the dependency on that, waiting for that to complete. So now I'm able to do that because it is supported in the platform. We will have this coming soon. Yeah. Yes.
So you said that on the first time installation process, it will go through, are these all individual requests, like run synchronously or like in parallel to do their initial download?
Yeah. So the question is, there is so many entities available for you to download. So when the first time when you set up your device for offline, is this request is going in synchronous or is it going in parallel, right? So as I said earlier, so we have to use careful synchronization and async process. So it is both is happening here. So what's happening with the client is going to have in a single request, they can get only so much data to download, right? They are also having a couple of parallel things that they try to get data. They control that as well. At the same time, I have parallel threads running in the server to get your filters identified quickly, so that when you come back, I'll have all the data available for you to download. So it's kind of a mixed. It is not fully synchronized, and it is not fully async as well. Awesome. So
A quick request, we have multiple customer sessions tomorrow. Customers like you have built some great apps on Power Platform, so please do attend these sessions and share your experience with them.